Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into some pretty powerful core principles for a personal breakthrough, all from the teachings of Apostle Joshua Selman. He presents them as 4 spiritual keys that he says can unlock a rewarded life. So, what does it actually take to go from feeling completely overlooked to being truly seen and rewarded? Let's break it down. So, the whole thing starts with this foundational concept, visibility. And it kicks off with a really fascinating question. You can be physically in a room, you can exist, but are you truly seen? The teaching argues there's a huge difference between just being present and being visible. So, what is this spiritual visibility all about? Well, the teaching defines it as the state of being truly acknowledged. And this isn't just about someone glancing your way. It's about being recognized in a way that allows your unique gifts, your talents, to finally be seen and called upon by the exact people who need them. And here's the crucial point. Without what the speaker calls the grace of visibility, you can think of it like a kind of divine spotlight. All your potential can just stay completely untapped. And why is that? Because the very people who need what you have to offer, well, they just can't find you. It's kind of like having a treasure chest, but no one knows it's there, let alone has the key. The speaker really frames this as a spiritual dynamic. The idea is that something can supernaturally cover a person, making them invisible to the very people who are meant to help them. A prophetic word in this context is presented as the force that can actually lift that covering, essentially flicking on that divine spotlight. Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting. This slide shows the mechanism for how blessings are supposed to work. According to the teaching, blessings might come from God, but they are delivered through human agents, what are called destiny helpers. And for these helpers to deliver anything to you, well, they first have to be able to see you. Okay, so let's move on and see how this all builds to the next key concept. Because if visibility gets you noticed, the next key is what actually opens the doors. The speaker calls it a mysterious spiritual currency, divine favor. According to this teaching, favor isn't just some vague, nice feeling of being blessed. Nope, it has a tangible proof, access to the hearts of people. You know that favor is on your life by the degree to which other people are willing and sometimes even feel compelled to get involved in your life and help you out. And it gets even more specific. It's broken down into these 3 distinct expressions. It's not just one thing. It's a combination of receiving unusual kindness, experiencing unusual acceptance in places you might expect rejection, and being granted unusual access to people and opportunities. And here's a really important distinction they make. A one-time positive thing, like say you get a surprise contract, that's defined as a breakthrough. But favor is described as a recurring pattern. It's when good things and opportunities just keep happening for you again and again, almost regardless of the circumstances. And these examples really make the idea click. You've got Esther, who gained the favor of an entire kingdom, the Israelites, who received favor from the very people holding them captive, and maybe the most dramatic one of all, Joseph. One single moment of favor had him remembered by the king, and boom, he goes from a prison to a palace. His whole destiny changed forever. Okay, so we've got visibility to get you seen and favor to open doors. The third principle tackles that absolutely critical element, time. How do you make up for lost years or just hit the accelerator on your progress? The speaker brings up this really powerful idea. Our destiny is measured in units of time. And if you look at it that way, one of the biggest roadblocks we face, whether you call it spiritual opposition or just life getting in the way, is anything that creates delays and just wastes that incredibly precious time. So how do you fight back against this loss of time? Well, the teaching presents 2 spiritual forces. The first is restoration, which is all about supernaturally getting back what was lost. The second is speed, which is about hitting the gas on your present and future progress. So the really crucial point here is that speed isn't just about moving fast. It's presented as a type of spiritual advantage that creates this supernatural efficiency. It's the ability to get done in a short amount of time what might normally take someone years to do, basically buying back all that lost time. All right, on to the final key, and it's a big one, finance. Now, this isn't framed as some obsession with money, but more as a necessary tool for you to fulfill your purpose and actually make an impact on the world. Let's be real, the teaching starts by acknowledging something we all know. Financial limitation is a huge barrier. It can stop good people with great ideas dead in their tracks, preventing them from really fulfilling their purpose and making a difference. So what's money for, anyway? According to this teaching, it has 3 main jobs. First, for personal comfort, so you can live a dignified life. Second, for kingdom advance, which is basically about having the resources for your spiritual or purpose-driven work. And third, to be a practical blessing to the world around you. Now, this is where the teaching really goes beyond the normal principles of economics or business. It introduces a prophetic dimension to wealth called sovereign wealth. This is about finances that are believed to come directly from divine intervention, completely outside of human effort or normal market forces. So how is this supposed to even work? Well, this slide explains the mechanism. The idea is that a prophetic declaration acts like a trigger, activating a spiritual force, a spirit of wisdom, that then influences people to do things that bring that financial prophecy to pass, a lot of times without them even knowing why they're doing it. So, to bring this all home, these four keys, visibility, favor, speed, and sovereign wealth, they're all presented as this interconnected system for living a rewarded life. But at the very heart of it all is this final, really powerful thought that favor is the ultimate catalyst. It's the one thing that can make all the other pieces just fall right into place.